Why are you obese? It's because of all the fucking things that you do to yourself. This is a result of hundreds and thousands of poor choices. All right, it is time to abolish the words overweight and obese from your vocabulary. They're misnomers. There's nothing evidence-based about the BMI, and it's an atrocity that they are medically accepted terms essentially used as diagnoses. Diabetes is a disease. PCOS is a disease. Heart disease is a disease. You don't say. Obesity is not a disease. Yes, it is. It puts your body at dis-ease. It is a result of poor lifestyle habits and makes you at risk for a multitude of illnesses and diseases. So yeah, metabolic syndrome, yeah, it is. Obesity has no symptoms other than being treated like shit, not finding good clothes, and having all your actual ailments blamed on your weight. See, these fucking morons
Matt Damon
keep on acting like you're just obese. Why are you obese? It's because of all the fucking things that you do to yourself. If you do these, this is a result of hundreds and thousands of poor choices, hundreds and thousands of terrible meals, hundreds and thousands of times over your caloric intake needs, hundreds and thousands of poor food choices, hundreds and thousands of poor sleepless nights, hundreds and thousands of hours eye fucking yourself with blue light and stressing yourself out. Hundreds and thousands of times that you're drinking soda, drinking fruit juice, drinking energy drinks. Like, that's why you're obese, and that's why your body is fucking wrecked. It's cause and effect. For God's sake, stop being so fucking stupid. You're magically obese. I don't know why. It's not a disease. It's a result of trashing yourself. Yeah, it's a result of trashing yourself. It's absolutely a fucking disease. It's a very poor state of health. You could judge a book by its cover, for God's sake, especially in this case. You can see. It doesn't mean that people that are obese aren't those individual, like an individual person. Well, how do you know that person's not training hard every day? Yeah, I get it. Chances are they're not. That's why they're obese. But some people are, and that's because they've changed their mindset, and kudos for them. We have obese people in the Swole fam, and they are in favor of everything that I say because they're not pussies. They're not weak, like little victimized bitches. They are ready to take care of their health, and they know that what they've done is the opposite of what they should be doing. And they're taking that control back now. So I don't hate fat people. I hate that fucking lazy, fat, obese mindset. Okay. Maybe it's not your fault where you got. Maybe you were just you were taught poorly. Your parents fed you fast food until you were fucking 18. You left the house and you're obese and depressed and miserable and testosterone's in the fucking gutter and you just feel like shit. And you're like, oh my God, I was raised like a fucking like guinea pig. Okay. Maybe that wasn't your fault. You didn't have a job to make food. You didn't know. You were taught poorly. Okay. Well, now it's your responsibility all the same. You can't blame all of society for, for being raised poorly, nutrition wise or lifestyle wise. Anyway, it continues. The casual relationship between weight and health is hypothetical, for fuck's sake. A theory that would make sense if weight was an adequate and consistent measure of health, but it's just not. Jesus Christ. The data is very consistent on finding the overweight category to be the healthiest BMI in the group. Please soak that in. The overweight category is the healthiest BMI group. I'm not going to let that soak in. I'm not going to let that soak in at all. That's fucking bullshit. We even interchange normal weight with healthy weight when in reality, the group with the lowest all-cause mortality risk is now overweight. You realize that the average person, as medicine improves, the average person is overweight or obese. 78% or 70 or 80% of the population is overweight or obese. So as we improve our medicine, the average person's overweight. So doesn't mean we can't prolong life, but you're sicker. Like the last half of your life is on medication. That doesn't mean you're healthier just because you're alive. Let's keep going. If obesity was a disease, then wouldn't more weight equate to more sickness consistently? What planet is this person living on? It does. It does. Just because you're not currently having a heart attack doesn't mean you aren't out of breath and you can't fit into a chair. You can't go up a flight of stairs without being out of breath. If excess weight isn't optimal or ideal for your body, how come intentional weight loss doesn't lead to better health outcomes? Because people make terrible fucking decisions. If you make a wheel that's square, it's not going to roll well. Again, it doesn't mean that wheels don't work. It means you're an idiot. Quote, overweight implies a harmful excess of weight. Yep. But overweight, I mean, here's the thing. Overweight, like we always talk about, if you're 10 pounds and you have a little bit of extra weight, does that mean you're horrifically unhealthy? Depends on how you define healthy. But you probably have leaky gut. You probably have other conditions. What is leading you to have high levels of like cortisol? What is leading you to store a lot of body fat around your midsection? Doesn't mean you have like crippling disease, but it doesn't also mean you're optimal. I mean, these are arguments to be average. These are arguments to be the bare minimum of a healthy individual, not to excel, not to thrive. Quote, obesity implies a disease state. Yep, it does. And there's no way around it. These associations are just not well supported. Yeah, common sense isn't too common today, is it? All these words do is stigmatize body size, making them much closer to slurs than actual medical descriptors. Oh, did someone hurt your feelings? Tell me you're fat without telling me you're fat. Make like a fucking 8-page slideshow of this nonsense. Instead, use fat. Larger bodied, people of size. People of size.
Matt Damon.
People of color, people of size. People of size. I'm a person of size. I have size. So instead of using obese, use fat. Okay. Isn't this weird? Don't use the term obese, use the term fat. Okay. I thought like that. You like that term? I can use the term fat, no problem. I guess that's not insulting to people, calling them fat. Okay. Sure. Obesity is such a mean word. Call me fat. I sure will. Instead, use fat, larger bodied, people of size. For fuck's sake. I'm people of size. People of fat. How about that? Plus size. None of these descriptors imply a disease state based solely on weight. Okay. I think fat does. Larger bodied. Okay. Horizontally challenged. Okay. Censor or put quotes around overweight and obese. No, I will not censor words that you don't like. You don't like those words? That's okay. That's on you. I'm not going to censor them. And work with doctors who aren't hell-bent on being outdated, otherizing terminology, who aren't hell-bent on using outdated, otherizing terminology. Okay. Enjoy wearing 5 of your masks. Enjoy getting all your boosters. Keep on injecting yourself because you are a fucking brainwashed sheep. That's for fucking goddamn sure. All right. People of size. Yeah, POS. POS.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mo. I said stay woke, real mo. Stay woke, real mo. I said stay woke, real mo. Stay woke, real mo. I said stay woke, real mo. Stay woke, real mo. I said stay woke, real mo. Stay woke, real mo. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown. You are the king in the apology. You about to